Today, we're diving into the epic tale of China's only female emperor, the queen who not only slept with two emperors, but also built the most imperial family of them all, the Li clan. She's Wu Zetian, the ultimate power player in the Game of Thrones. Wu Zetian is the only female emperor in Chinese history, and also the oldest to ascend the throne at the age of 67, like a late-entry presidential candidate. With an impressive tenure until the age of 82, she shook up the male-dominated ancient China. Born into a modest bureaucratic family, she rose through the ranks, first marrying Emperor Taizong and then Emperor Gaozong, with her son also becoming emperor. In a time when the throne was strictly a male domain, let's explore how a woman with no initial claim to power managed to rise from a fallen nun to the pinnacle of power, eliminating rivals, overcoming political factions, surviving prophecies, and sleeping with two emperors along the way. In the ancient Chinese Empire, there was an unwritten rule. Men ruled the world, and women were to obey. Against this backdrop, Wu Zetian started with little hope, like most girls, dreaming of finding her Prince Charming. At the age of 14, she was noticed for her beauty by Emperor Taizong, her first husband, and became one of his consorts. Initially, she was favored, but the horse-taming crisis soon arrived. Emperor Taizong, a seasoned horseman, was struggling with a particularly wild steed. Wu Zetian, observing the situation, offered a solution. First, use a whip to show dominance. If that fails, use an iron rod to assert control. And if all else fails, use a sharp knife to cut the horse's throat. Her boldness and ruthlessness caught the emperor's attention, setting her apart from the other consort. This incident marked the beginning of her rise to when Emperor Taizong passed away. Wu Zetian, like other consorts, was sent to a Buddhist nunnery. But her story didn't end. She maintained a secret correspondence with Li Zi, the crown prince. When Li Zi became Emperor Gaozong, he recalled her to the palace. This was her second chance, and she seized it with both. Wu Zetian's return to the palace was met with resistance. The Empress, Wang, and the concubine, Xiao, were powerful rivals. But Wu Zetian was no ordinary. She used her intelligence and charm to form alliances and gradually isolate her enemies. Her strategic moves were so effective that she became the most favored consort of Emperor Gaozong. Her path to the throne was not without controversy. Allegations of her involvement in the death of her own daughter to frame Empress Wang and concubine Xiao were, whether true or not, these incidents solidified her position and led to her becoming the emperor. After Emperor Gaozong's death, she continued to wield power, eventually declaring herself emperor and establishing the Zhou dynasty. Wu Zetian's reign was marked by significant reforms. She strengthened the central government, promoted social mobility, and supported the arts and education. Despite the ruthless means by which she rose to power, her rule was characterized by economic prosperity and cultural renaissance. She was a woman who defied the odds, breaking through the glass ceiling of a patriarchal society and leaving a lasting legacy.